St. Ed's has revenge on their mind after a late interception last year halted a comeback. Glenville looks to bounce back after a loss to Avon. Two of Ohio's top teams in their respective divisions face off at the Madhouse on Madison. It's St. Ed's versus Glenville next. Olympic Forest Products brings you St. Edward High School football. It's the St. Edward Eagles versus the Glenville Tarblooders, presented by Franciscus Roofing. Hi again, everybody. I'm Adam Mendoza. Along with me is Larry Wolf. Glad to have you along for tonight's game between two of the top teams in the state of Ohio, St. Ed's in Division I, Glenville in Division IV.
Absolutely. These two had a monumental game last year, and tonight was going to be pretty much the same.
Well, the Eagles are looking for a little bit of revenge after losing 28-27. It was a late interception in that game that sealed the win for Glenville.
Yeah, and Glenville has enough ammunition. They've got enough players to compete with anybody in the state of Ohio at any division. So don't let that Division IV thing scare you.
Well, they have a number of Division I caliber players. Well, it's time to take a look at our Franciscus Roofing Impact Player, presented by Franciscus Roofing, Cleveland, Ohio's trusted name in roofing. For the St. Edward Eagles, you got to go on the defensive side. Aiden Peterson, what a game he had last week.
He didn't just make tackles, he made plays. I mean, even if he couldn't get to the ball carrier, he made the ball carrier redirect. And then he had the big fumble recovery for the touchdown. That was tremendous.
And that he's one of the top leaders on the defensive side of the football for the Eagles. And he is just causing havoc everywhere on that defensive side. Now, for the Glenville Tarblooders, you got to look at their quarterback, Arvell Nelson.
He's got an electric arm and he's got electric feet. He can make a bad play a good play in a hurry.
And the big key last year, he got injured early in the game, and they had to go to the backup. So he's going to have a full game to go against the Eagles.
Yeah, and he is a Division I talent.
So there you have Arvell Nelson and Peterson for the Eagles. When we come back, we'll have more of the pregame. You are watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
At Joyce Buick GMC, serving the community for nearly 60 years means offering the best service and deals in town.
Check out our great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
We are receiving truckloads of new vehicles and fresh trade-ins daily.
Visit us today for our lowest prices and great selection.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC. Visit us on Chester Road in Avon or online at drivejoyce.com.
Being in Esmond is all about brotherhood, a diverse community where everyone has your back. It's an education for the future, showing us how we can all make a difference in the world. It's about top-tier athletics, pushing us further than we ever thought we'd go. We invite 8th grade families to experience Holy Cross hospitality at Open House on Sunday, October 5th. See you there.
Today's game is brought to you by Olympic Forest Products, consistent, reliable, built to go the distance. By Franciscus Roofing, Cleveland, Ohio's trusted name in roofing. Today's game also brought to you by Joyce Buick GMC, Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do. By Tokar & Company CPAs, your local and full-service accounting firm. By J.P. Farley, empowering people, elevating benefits. By Kissling, Nestico, and Redding. Heard in a car? Call K&R. And by the Cleveland Clinic, the official healthcare provider of St. Edward Athletics. Well, as we get ready for this matchup, as the Eagles and the Tarblooders come in, the Eagles at 3-0, Glenville coming in at 2-1. It's time to take a look at the Joyce Buick GMC keys to the game. Drive Joyce, your friends and fellow Eagles do. For the Eagles, defensively, they need to limit the explosive plays.
There are explosive plays all over the offense for the Tarblooders. They have people that can make plays at every level, so it's going to be imperative on this defense to limit those explosive plays.
And for the Eagles, they really need to take care of the ball.
You can't turn the ball over, especially give these guys a short field. That's a no-no.
And then also be level-headed. Penalties. That's going to be a big storyline in tonight's game.
It was last year. It has been all year for Lakewood St. Ed's. They've had too many penalties, and you cannot do that to a team that might be your equal.
Now let's take a look at the keys for Glenville. When they're on defense, they need to win those early downs.
They have a stout front six. They're down 4, and their 2 inside linebackers are outstanding players. They're trying to get you in second and long. If they can do that, they have a chance to win this game.
Now also, we talked about penalties. They need to stay disciplined. This is a team that in 2 of their 3 games, 155 yards or 305 yards in penalties on 30 of them.
Yeah, you just can't do that. They're too good a team to be that undisciplined.
And also, they need to protect the quarterback.
Well, he's the guy that makes this buggy go. And if you don't protect him, you're going to be in for a long night.
Now it's time to look at our tale of the tape for today's game. As you look at the records, boy, the Eagles, after that 63-point performance last week, they're averaging 45 and giving up 18. It's been pretty balanced for Glenville at 20 apiece on the defensive and offensive side.
Yeah, they've played some tough opponents, some Division I opponents. They're Division IV, and so they're going against people that are at least as good or better than they are.
Then you look at the passing yards for the Eagles. They are throwing at an incredible clip, 93% completion rate for the Eagles, 190 per game. They're running the ball real well, 230, 421 yards in total offense. They had over 500 last week.
I'm not sure anybody saw a 190-yard average for passing coming into this season. I know they believed in Ivanchek. He's a good quarterback, but 190 yards a game, that's pretty special.
And then you look on the other side for Glenville, 56 yards passing. They don't throw the ball a whole lot. They try to do it with their feet.
Well, they've got great feet. They got great speed everywhere, so that's what they should do. But they can throw the football.
Yes, they can. We saw Arvell Nelson. He can throw it downfield. Coming up, we're going to have the opening kickoff. It's St. Ed's and Glenville. You are watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School Football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
I got $20, he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic, long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with one truck and one promise: do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
And welcome back to the Madhouse on Madison, Lakewood Stadium, as you see the Eagles getting ready to hit the field, led by Coach Tom Lombardo and Larry. Boy, everybody's been waiting for this matchup, especially some of those players from St. Ed's that played in the game last year.
Yeah, revenge is a dish served best cold, and that's really what St. Ed's would like to do tonight, is return the favor. It was 28-27. It was it was a tough ball game last year, a tough one to lose, and I'm sure the boys are ready to go.
Oh, you see St. Ed's, they are not wearing the traditional green and gold. They are wearing their special all-black Jordan uniforms for tonight as they will get ready for this matchup.
It should be a titanic struggle. I mean, you're talking about two great teams here. They're ranked number 1 and number 4 in the Cleveland area. And you're talking about a Division IV team ranked 4 in the Cleveland area. That's all schools.
And they have such and so many Division I talent, Division II talent on that team.
They have a tradition that they have created, actually, in the last 15 years or so of greatness. And they have sent many a player on to the next level.
When you look at Glenville, you have to go back from 2010 to 2012 when they played in the Division I, and in 2010 they lost to St. Ed's in the playoffs. But then they went to Division II between 2013 and 2016. They also played in a state final but lost in the snow. Then from 2017 to 2019 they played in Division III. 2020, because of COVID, was canceled. And since then they've been playing in Division IV. And they've made the state championship 2 out of the last 3 times and won 2.
They're a Division I football program in a Division IV school. That's what they are. So make no mistake about it. This is a titanic struggle between 2 heavyweights.
And another side note, when you look at the Glenville side, there are 2 former Eagles that went and transferred over to Glenville. Joe Saffold, the wide receiver for the Eagles last year, and DeAndre Taylor, the defensive tackle, who transferred from Benedictine to St. Ed's, now to Glenville. He is going to be a force to reckon with up on that defensive line.
Their defensive front is stout. They're inside 6. The 4 down linemen and the 2 inside linebackers are outstanding football players, and that is going to be the titanic struggle. Can St. Ed's offensive line punch holes in that defense? If they can, they're likely to win the game.
You look at the defensive line for Glenville: 6'1", 230, 6'2", 245, 6'4", 320, 6'2", 215. There's a lot of beef up that front defensive line.
But they're also athletic. They're not just big guys. I mean, they've got their 2-gap guy, their 300-pounder in there, but the other guys are quick. They're quick off the ball.
And then their linebacker, Sincere Johnson, who's
he's
going to be going.
average. Yeah.
He's going to Ohio State. 6'2", 225, and he looks like a man among boys when you look at him.
He is a man amongst boys. I mean, he's the real deal. He's as good a linebacker might be in the country.
Enier Lemon will be kicking off for the Glenville Tarblooders. The Eagles won the toss, and they wanted to get the football first.
We'll see how that works out.
They are to our right. They are going to go to the north end of the stadium, as you see Glenville in all white. Lamer, White, and Hackelman back to receive this opening kickoff. End over end. It'll be taken at the 2 by Lamer. He'll get it out to the 10 and quickly gets hit at about the 18-yard line. As we get ready for our opening drive. This opening drive is brought to you by Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick. Hurt in a car, call K&R. There's your starting quarterback for the Eagles, Johnny Ivanchik. Boy, last week against Wayne, 92% completion rate for 214 yards.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal, and that was all in the first half.
Yeah.
He didn't play a single snap in the second half.
And he had a touchdown run for 45 yards. He has really, as this season has gone on, he has really come about as this starting quarterback.
Well, that was one of the question marks. When I say that, I don't mean that they questioned his ability, but he was the new guy at the helm, and he's done well.
So the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Ivanchik out of the backfield with Brandon White. They're going to go with a quick screen to Hackelman. Hackelman cuts up at the 20. He'll get out to about the 22, and there are those linebackers for Glenville getting by and getting there quickly.
When you go sideways against this team, they will run you down. You have to be able to punch holes in them, and that's just basically a toss sweep is what that is.
So it is a 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. They'll put one in motion, play action.
Got him over here on the sideline if he wants to.
Oh, and he goes down
play.
for a sack. And coming in on the sack,
Aaron
Scales, the defensive back.
Yep. Put him in a little blitz situation, brought him.
And this is what you were talking about, that line having to keep track of everybody on that defensive side.
This is not what you wanted 3rd and long. This is not a good situation.
No, they wanted to stay out of that 3rd and long situation and really move the sticks as Jameer Perez comes in. He'll be part of that 3-man front line for Glenville.
Yeah, they'll go to a dime here. They'll put 6 defensive backs in the game. And
Hackelman on the inside numbers. That last catch, he set the record for receptions for St. Ed's, passing Alex Stump. Now here comes Ivanchik on the run and quickly gets taken down. DeAndre Taylor coming in to make the stop.
Well, I mean, you're 3rd and a million. There are only a couple plays you have. One's a screen pass, one's a quarterback draw, and the other one is throw it as far as you can and hope for the best. And
back to receive will be Jalen Edwards, along with Gary Pritchard. Landon Walcom, the big backup or the big center for the Eagles, is back to punt. He's 2 yards deep. This will be the 3rd punt for the Eagles. And he puts a little charge in this one, gets it at the 40.
Look out.
And he breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles and gets out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard return for Glenville, as they will have very good field position as the Glenville Tarblooders come out onto the field. They are led by their quarterback, Arvell Nelson.
Yeah, there's a little wind out of the north, and any ball that's not a perfect spiral is going to get knocked down. It's not a strong wind. It's just enough to knock it down, and that ball was returned 10 yards. They had great field position at the 30. It's exactly what the Tarblooders wanted.
So now the Tarblooders will come out. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Eagles defense, they're going to be tested quick and early. Arvell Nelson will have one to his right. He's going to throw on 1st down. Fires. That one was batted down near the line of scrimmage.
Aiden Peterson, I think.
Peterson had a great game last week.
Yeah, and it wasn't a showy kind of game. It wasn't, except for the pickup for the fumble and the touchdown, but he just made plays.
He was all over the place.
Just made plays.
And Landon Lamer.
Yeah, Landon Lamer had a great game. He made more spectacular plays than Aiden Peterson did.
There you see Arvell Nelson, 72% completion rate last week, 178 yards. Now they're going to give the ball as they get it to Romel Phillips, and he will get maybe a yard on the play as that Eagle defense led by Landon Lamer coming up to make the play.
He just makes plays. This will be a big 3rd down. Get off the field here, make them, well, they're going to go for it on 4th down, but
they bottled him up pretty good. Now, you look at top of the red zone, really like the 25 in, they have their troubles.
Well, I know St. Ed's is hoping they have a lot of troubles right now.
3rd down and 9. Ball on the left hash mark at the 29.
Blitz.
Here comes the blitz up the middle, and it's an incomplete pass as they were looking for Romel Phillips. He had a convoy with him.
That should have been a legal man downfield. The screen pass is supposed to be thrown and caught behind the line of scrimmage. That ball was about 4 yards downfield, and linemen were down there. So
now it brings up a 4th down situation. A couple times against Olentangy Liberty, they turned the ball over on downs. So you look at the teams that they played to start the season. Massillon week 1, they win in overtime. They go down to Columbus and play Olentangy Liberty, beat the defending Division I state champs. Then they go to Lorain County and lose to Avon. 4th down and 9. Nelson's being attacked.
Blitzed.
And the blitz is being made by Brodon Moore.
Brodon Moore came from his corner position, and he just lassoed us a foot. Big play.
That is a huge play that sent them back to the 35-yard line. What a way to start the defensive stand there on 4th down.
Well, the Glenville offensive line, they're big, they're physical, but when you blitz them, I'm not sure they can pick up all the blitzes. They're big and they're strong, but they're not as agile. And St. Ed's got in twice.
Well, let's see if the Eagles can do a little bit better on this second possession. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll bring one in motion. They're going to give the ball to Brandon White. Brandon White gets bottled up and a loss of 1. So we've had 2 plays for the Eagles that went for negative yards.
Yeah, this is the tail of the tape right here. Can St. Ed's offensive line block this very, very strong defensive front?
So it brings up a 2nd down and 11 with 8:19 to go here in the opening quarter.
So they'll go to their dime now. They've got 3 down linemen, and they're going to basically have 6 defensive backs. And they'll walk up. They'll walk their linebackers up to show pressure.
Eagles will go with a split backfield with an I-back, and it'll be Ivanchik running it to the outside, and he can't get anywhere as that tackle was made by C.J. Newell.
You're going to have to go north and south against these guys. You're going to have to punch holes in them, and you're going to have to go north and south because east and west, they're going to run you down.
He just had nowhere to go. Then Newell. Now, here's the funny thing. Newell had over 130 yards rushing last year in the game against St. Ed's. This year, he's playing on the defensive side.
It's a little frightening.
Yeah. And for C.J. Newell, he is a Buffalo commit. That'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 14. One of the things that Coach Lombardo wanted to avoid is having those 3rd and longs. Backs are split in the backfield, Buchanan and White. Looking to swing it out. Getting it into White. He'll get it downfield. Second effort is going to be close to the 1st down marker.
He's got it.
Oh, they're going to give him a favorable spot as he picked up 12 on the play.
Boy, he stayed on his feet and got out of bounds, and we kind of lost him over there and all that mayhem. It's hard to see from our vantage point exactly where he was, but the official was right on it. So we're going to get a replay here.
Little fake right there, but then he had everybody there getting downfield and getting some big key blocks.
Yep, stayed on his feet. He got the 1st down. Big play.
And for Brandon White, that's his 7th reception of the year. He averages 12.7 yards a catch. Running the ball, 7.2. That number may go lower today with this defense he's facing. On 1st and 10. And we got a penalty.
You got 12 on the field, maybe? 4. 8, you got 12. 12 on the field.
So Glenville will get with 12 hats out there, and that's going to give the Eagles an automatic 1st down. They'll replay the 1st down.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 5.
That's those are those little things that bites Glenville sometimes.
They're changing up from 5 or 6 defensive backs, and they had an extra one on the field.
So it'll bring up 1st down and 5 for St. Ed's. White in the backfield. They have the tight end. Ivanchik throwing it to the near side. It is caught by Joe Moore. Moore will get the 1st down as he gets to the Glenville 40-yard line. Nice little bit of play right there. Looking to the right, throwing back to the left.
Nice open field tackle by Jordan Johnson there. I mean, that's a big tight end, and he's a little defensive back now. Jordan Johnson's 5'8", 152 pounds, taking down the big tight end.
Eagles coming up to the line very quickly. It's Ivanchik keeping it. He's got to run. He's into the secondary as he gets to the 30-yard line before Jordan Johnson grabs the ankle and brings him down.
Should be another 1st down. It is.
Look at, they're going up tempo now.
Yep.
That really keeps the defense.
Well, it keeps you from changing defenses, too. You start playing vanilla defense.
3-by-1 set. Now they're going to give it to Brandon White. He's over the 25, cuts to the outside, and he scoots his way to the 24-yard line as he picks up 6 on the play.
Now we're going with the big backs.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Ty Buchanan's in the game, so they're going to go 2 backs.
The Eagles doing very well coming out with that quick offense, almost like a 2-minute offense.
Yep.
Split backfield. Buchanan to the right, Brandon White to the left. 2 receivers to the near side. Now they bring Hackelman in motion. Up the middle, they give it to Brandon White. He'll get it over the 15-yard line. Where was the hole at?
There wasn't. Where he was supposed to run, there wasn't a hole, and he just shifted his feet to the right and got it up in the A-gap on the other side.
Brings up another 1st down. I mean, we're watching up here. We're trying to figure out where he finds it.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. I mean, it's kind of boogered up right there, and then he cuts to the right.
That's just pure athleticism right there.
Great eyesight.
Carter Yancey coming in to make the tackle for the Tar Blooders of Glenville. Now it's an offset pistol formation with Buchanan to the left. They want to move Hackelman in motion. Here's the pass, looking to throw.
Got to get rid of it.
And he gets out of bounds. He'll lose about 3 yards.
Yeah, you just have to throw that away.
Aaron Scales coming in. We've called his name already a couple of times.
The speed on the perimeter for Glenville is tremendous. Their closing speed is tremendous. So you better get rid of the football.
This is a team that you're going to have those long, sustained drives,
Keep
wear them down.
Keep them off the field on offense and make those big dudes play on defense.
It'll bring up a second down, a loss of 4. They need 14 to get to the marker for the first down. 3 receivers on the near side as the Eagles. 37 yards in total offense so far. Ivanchik on a shotgun snap. A little bit more time, but he's going to go down as Kaylon Bailey comes in with the sack, getting by on that right side.
Yeah, Brody Kincaid, the left tackle, number 72. There's just nothing he can do.
Yeah.
It's too much speed on the edge.
And you said it, this offensive line is going to get tested.
Yeah. Well, especially the tackle, because you've got outstanding edge rushers, and they're going to get up the field. You have to kick deep, and you have to keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, because as soon as you turn them sideways, you give them a soft shoulder, they're just going to bend right around.
This is about the 4th play that the Eagles have had negative yardage so far in this quarter.
Well, and they were in field goal range, and now it's dicey.
3rd down and 21. Here comes the blitz. Ivanchik's going to try to run, but he trips up over one of his linemen at the 25-yard line.
He had some green grass ahead of him if he could have kept his feet. I think the turf monster got him.
Brings up 4th down and 21.
It's a 42-yarder from here. It's a 42-yarder. So.
And you're going to be kicking slightly into the wind.
Yep.
But if you don't convert, it's still deep enough.
Yep.
But they need to get all the way to the 6-yard line for a first down.
You might just see a go route here. They're going empty backfield, and they got a White is out there at the right side. They're using up, he's a coverage sponge.
3-by-2 set for the Eagles. 3-man rush, flag thrown, incomplete. We're going to have illegal procedure on St. Ed's.
It's going to be declined, and it'll be first down.
So the illegal procedure, as we get the call from Gary Garnett, and that turns the ball over. And we were talking about this slugfest between the two. Ivanchik looking to throw. Hackelman got taken down off the play, which really didn't matter.
Nope.
And you saw the deep coverage there as they were playing by the marker.
Yeah, they're just playing umbrella defense. You're not going to get behind us, and we're not going to let you catch the ball past the marker. But St. Ed's flipped the field position. So if they can hold them here, they can start to drive at about the 50.
Phillips will get the football. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll get a gain of about 2 to 2.5 yards. Phillips on the year, 178 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a run. As a team, Glenville rushes for 155 yards a game. When you look at that offensive line for Glenville, they are much bigger than the St. Ed's front. And there's Phillips again. He'll pick up another couple of yards as he crosses the 30. And now we've got a penalty flag being thrown in that scrum. And Ardito coming in on the tackle as they have the discussion. And it looks like it's going to go against Glenville.
I'm not exactly sure what it would be.
Personal foul. Oh, a personal foul on St. Ed's. Boy, the way the umpire had the football. Yep. Oh, wait, hold on. He messed. Okay, so.
You were right the first time.
We can't say that too much.
Yeah, that's for sure. It never happens with either one of us.
So that's a big 15-yard penalty.
These are things that just drive you crazy. I don't know exactly what it was.
Just something inside that scrum. Something happened in that pile.
Either if that was called a late hit, I don't know what it was.
So that'll put the ball back at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in a scoreless first quarter.
Yep.
Second penalty for Glenville for 20 yards.
Now, are you going to bring pressure or are you going to play coverage?
Now they got 4. They got 3 down. Let's see what they do as they bring a man in motion. It's a jet sweep to the outside.
It's going nowhere.
And that time, not going anywhere.
Braden Thomas had that read. As soon as that jet motion came, he started to creep down into the box. It's like he knew what the play was going to be.
On the run was Gary Pritchard, and nothing there. So that penalty against Glenville really helped the Eagles.
What ended the drive. They would have had 3rd and 3 and a chance to get the first down, but 3rd and 18, that's not going to cut it.
Talk about a quick first half. We have just about a minute to go.
In the first quarter.
Yeah, as Lemon will get ready for the punt. Oh, he sends this one high.
Watch out.
It'll take a bounce, and it'll go to the 38.
Yeah, give or take.
And that will be a change of possession as the Eagles a little bit better position, but they have had a number of negative yardage plays.
Speed on the edge.
We're going to take this quick timeout. You're watching Olympic Forest Products St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
Bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
50 seconds remaining as the Eagles will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Tight end to the near side to give it to Brandon White. He runs up the middle, but he runs into a big wall of Jameer Perez.
That's a big wall all by itself.
6'4", 321. Boy, when you look at him,
Big.
He fills the gaps.
Well,
the A and the B gap.
He's your 2-gap player. I mean, he's a guy that can hold his gap and close down another gap.
Then you look at Jameer Johnson, 6'2", 215, just to the right of him.
But at 215, they're trim. You know what I mean? They're in pretty good shape. They look good in the uniform. Let's just put it that way.
Eagles are going to let the clock run out as we head towards the end of the first quarter. And with that, we're going to take this time out. You are watching Olympic Forest Products St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
$20 he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic, long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with one truck and one promise: do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
As we get ready for the second quarter play, these numbers are very interesting, Larry. St. Ed's with 30 total yards, 2 rushing, 28 passing for Glenville, 7 total yards, all coming on the ground. The defenses are having their way right now.
Absolutely, they are.
Now, as Ivanchik looking to throw heavy rush, he fires
Look
a
out.
pass, and he throws the interception as it's picked up by Jalen Edwards. He'll run down the sidelines and gets thrown out of bounds. Pass intended for Hackelman, and the big turnover here in the second quarter to start it off.
That ball was thrown a little bit to the inside, and it needed to be thrown to the outside, but the defender really played the ball well.
He came in and just played it well, played off the
receiver, did a nice job.
So now they have very good field position just inside the 30-yard line at the 29.
Well, they had it there the last time. They started their first drive at the 30-yard line. So
Joe Saffold is the receiver to the far side. They'll have 2 to the near side with an H-back. That's Elijah Harden. Here comes the pass into the corner, and it is incomplete as a battle in the end zone between Makai Boone and Paulie Sadler.
Makai Boone played that beautifully. He was inside out, looking back at the football. Again, we got pressure off the edge.
Can't ask for a better defensive play than that.
Nope. The only thing he could have done better was catch the ball. That's it. And he played it as if he was the receiver. I mean,
right, he did.
He was in much better shape.
Devon McDougal now in as the running back. He's going to get the ball. He'll run to the near side and gets tripped up. Coming in initially to make the hit is Gavin Dubinsky. He'll pick up 3 yards.
McDougal is a big running back. He's 215 pounds, 5'11", 215.
Is averaging 4.9 yards a run.
Well,
had 63 against Massillon.
He's the downhill runner. I mean, he is a big, strong, strapping running back.
Now they bring Lemon in there as a wideout, so they'll go 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. And to the right is McDougal of Arvell Nelson. Nelson rolling out. He's going to fire downfield, and he overthrows the receiver as that was intended for Gary Pritchett. Boy, he really overthrew that one.
Well, the one thing you're seeing, St. Ed's has a tremendous defensive secondary. We knew that coming into this season. That was really the strength of the defense. And there's no separation. Those receivers are not getting separation. They are covered, and they're covered well.
Brings up another 4th down with 8 yards to go. They need to get inside the 20-yard line for a first down.
Now, it's an obvious passing situation, you would think, but be careful. If you aren't disciplined in your rush lanes, Arvell Nelson will take it and run with it.
Nelson rolling to his right, looking at the marker as it's going to make it. No, they're going to get him down at the 20. He'll be short, and it'll be another turnover on downs. And what a big defensive stand by St. Ed's.
That's two big defensive stands.
They are being tested at every facet.
Little under route right across the middle. Great job of catching the ball and a great job of tackling.
Coming in on the play defensively.
Braden Thomas.
Yeah.
Outstanding play by Braden Thomas.
Now, can the Eagles move the ball? 30 total yards in the first quarter. 2 on the ground, 28 passing. A number of negative yardage plays. 4 down linemen for the Tarblooders. It'll be Brandon White to the outside, cuts in, trips up, gets over to the 22. Boy, how fast.
Well, Jordan Johnson came out of his secondary, and I mean, he was like shot out of a gun. He was the alley player. He came right down off the tackle's outside shoulder, and I mean, he was like shot out of a gun.
You look at that. Jordan Johnson, 5'8", 152, a senior. C.J. Newell, another senior back there that's going to Buffalo. Athletes all over the place.
Oh, sure.
So now the Eagles will, after the pickup of 3, it'll be 2nd down. Avanchik running up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down as he crosses the 30 to the 33-yard line. That read option.
The one thing that the coaches said earlier was misdirection. You got to get him going one direction, and here goes the cross, and he keeps it right through the gap, coming right at you.
And that was a pretty big gap that he was able to run through.
That's because they ball faked it to the outside, and the defender got his head in the wrong gap.
Give credit to that offensive line. Still no score. 9:45 remaining here in the first half of action. As they do a little trickeration there, they pass it off to Hackelman on the near side, and he's got a convoy, and he gets tripped up at the 45-yard line. Boy, did they get a great play off of that. Aaron Scales to make the tackle.
Well, it was a screen pass. It was just a screen pass, but they dressed it up like we were going to the prom here. I mean,
1, 2, 3 back here. Yeah, you're right. It's just a simple screen.
It's a simple screen to Hackelman. Hackelman had the ball to begin with.
But look at the tackle being made by Aaron Scales. He doesn't make that tackle. He's off to the races. As Vanchik doesn't get a whole lot. He loses 2 yards on the play.
Well, Kaylon Bailey and Jameer Johnson just squeezed it from both edges. They just squeezed that play. There was no place for him to go.
That's got to be at least the 5th or 6th play negative yardage for the Eagles, as they have just amassed 55 yards in total offense, 43 passing, 12 rushing.
Do we have a penalty? I didn't see a flag. Too many men on the field. What was that?
It's only a 5-yarder.
Yep.
Illegal participation?
It used to be 15 if you participated. The back judge should have gotten that call prior to the snap.
That's the 3rd penalty for 25 yards for Glenville. 3 down linemen as they rush. 1st down and 5. Brandon White getting hit at the 45-yard line as he goes down hard, but pops back up after a gain of 3 on the play. Xavier Kurzik also leading the charge on that offensive line, along with Jack Marquardt, Mason Wilhelm, Landon Walcom. 2nd down and 2. It has been a heavyweight fight tonight.
Blitz.
On the pass, Hackelman catches it. He'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it over the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Simple, short routes.
Yeah. Well, they don't have time to let the big routes develop, the long routes develop, because it's going to be difficult for our tackles to block these edge rushers.
That's like you're coming out of college, going to the NFL, and seeing that faster. NFL speed.
Everything's faster. 4 down linemen. They're taking the defensive back out.
Checking in now, number 90. That is Ashton Anderson. Heavy rush.
Ooh.
He looks, he fires, out of play.
Smart move, just throw it away.
DeAndre Taylor causing some havoc as he talks to the referee, saying he might be being held.
You think? You have to do what you have to do.
He is the Kent State commit. 2nd down and 10 for St. Ed's.
See, they've moved DeAndre Taylor out to the outside.
On the short side
Bailey,
of the field.
Yeah. Kaylon Bailey.
So Jack Marquardt is going to have his hands full with DeAndre Taylor on that outside. They're going to have 4 down linemen. Ivanchik looking to throw. Is going into the end zone for Hackelman as he's double covered, and it goes incomplete.
That was a disaster waiting to happen. The safety had a free run at that ball, and the good news is the ball was overthrown. If it had been on target, it probably would have been picked.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. St. Ed's 1 of 3 on 3rd down conversions.
3rd down, 10 at the 32.
Jameer Perez checks in for Carmelo Williams. Big man for big man.
Screen pass.
Well, they're going to have 3 receivers to the far side of the field. They'll have Makovsky, Moore, and we got a timeout being called by Glenville. And with that, we're going to take this timeout. You're watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
Bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Well, the St. Ed's community mourns the passing of Daniel Wakes as he passed away peacefully this past Monday after a courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. Coach Wakes graduated from St. Ed's in 1978. His dedication to public service was evident during his remarkable 25-year career as a Lakewood firefighter and also a teacher at Tri-Cities Fire Academy. His passion for football led him to coach at St. Ed's for over 20 years. His legacy of kindness, dignity, and service continues to inspire all who had the privilege of knowing him. Daniel Wakes was 65.
We need more people to give more like he did.
Just talk about a civil servant, not only being a firefighter, but teaching up-and-coming firefighters.
The lesson is you don't get to take the stuff with you. It's what you leave behind.
And on 3rd down and 10, they get the pass out. Hackelman will get it to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 2 yards, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8.
Yep. It's almost worth punting the ball deep because your defense is playing really well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of giving it to them on the 30, make them play out of their end zone.
If you had a punter that can go coffin corner.
Oh, heck, nobody does that anymore. They all pooch it straight up in the air. And I could probably punt, though, because I don't think I could get it to the end zone.
So Ivanchik will have Brandon White to his left. Or there is 5'6" Glenville players at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the rush. Ivanchik looking, throwing up the middle, and that is going to go incomplete. But now it's going to be a touchdown.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, as Hackelman caught the ball off the tip.
The tip, he tried to knock it down. He tipped it up in the air, and Hackelman caught it.
Wow.
What a ridiculous play.
Let's take a look at this replay.
Absolutely ridiculous play.
There's the throw. Looks like it's going to get intercepted, and it got right into his hands. Oh, my gosh. That's living clean. Hackelman sets the record now with that touchdown as the most receptions in a career for St. Ed's. That kick is up, and it is good. Let's look at that play again.
I don't know a lot about football, but I'm telling you right now, that was unbelievable. I've never seen it before.
And we got to slow it down, especially at the end. You look at the heave there by Ivanchik.
Yeah, he's just throwing it to the back of the end zone.
Scales should have just let it go.
Yeah, if he lets it go.
Wow. Scales thought, oh, no, but Hackelman was well inside the back of that end zone.
That was no doubt. The question was, how in the world did that happen? And when we saw it in live, we didn't even know it was a touchdown. We're sitting there watching going, oh, okay, it's 4th down.
And then the official goes.
And I go, what in the world? How is that a touchdown? And now I know. I've seen a lot of crazy plays.
And that touchdown gives him the career record for most touchdowns by a St. Edward receiver, formerly held by Alex Stump.
I got a feeling there's going to be more.
That one is an incredible one.
That one's a highlight tape there.
Yeah. Aaron Scales tipped it right to Hackelman.
You better kick this thing in the end zone. It's going to look like a track meet coming back at you.
Jonah Koopman getting ready. Sends this one into the end zone. Smart move there. That'll be at the 20-yard line. And for Koopman, that's his 7th touchback of the year.
That's a little thing until it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's as soon as you pooch it up in the air a little bit and get a little air under it, and they can return it.
Hackelman with the big touchdown play. 30 yards.
There's no way.
I mean, we're still flabbergasted by it.
I mean, I was watching the whole play, and it's like, okay, it's
incomplete.
It's incomplete because there was nobody even near the ball.
Right, except for Hackelman.
And the defender. And Aaron Scales.
All right, let's see what the defense can do as Glenville will start probably one of their worst field positions of the day at the 20.
And I can hear their defensive back coach now talking to Scales. Knock it down, coach. I
did.
was trying to knock it down.
He would have been better off just letting it
go.
Let it go.
Well, absolutely.
7:01 remaining. Here comes Arvell Nelson. He'll throw it to the outside as he tried to get it to Pritchard.
If that ball had been on target, Brodon Moore would have had it picked. He jumped that route. He was inside out on the receiver.
That drive by St. Ed's, 10 plays, 80 yards for the touchdown.
Well, 30 of it came on a miracle. Somebody was doing some praying.
That's the miracle on Madison.
I'm telling you, you had the madhouse on Madison. We got the miracle on Madison.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for Glenville as Arvell Nelson out of the gun. Wide snap, gets it to number 3 on the run. That is C.J. Newell. He is the one that diced up the Eagles last year at Baldwin Wallace. They got him running, seeing if somebody on their backfield can move the ball.
Can move the ball.
Chris Newell, the Buffalo commit. Now that's his 11th rush of the year for 24 yards, and he has a touchdown.
Well, Landon Lamer came out of his safety spot and nearly decapitated him.
Newell in the backfield next to Arvell Nelson, 2 receivers on either side as the Eagles up 7-0. Nelson so far on the day, 1 for 6 for 7 yards.
They're going to get a delay of game here if they don't call timeout.
4. Oh, they get the play off. Nelson looking for the home run ball, and it is caught on the sideline and
things out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah.
Boy, that pass intended for Lemon, and Lemon at 6'1", 195.
Yeah, Mekhi Boone was all over it, though. He forced him to the sidelines. There was really no room over here to catch this ball.
Yeah, he was out of bounds there.
Not by much. Not by much.
Not by much at all. So it brings down another 4th and 5, and Lemon is going to be back to punt the football as Brandon White standing at his 41-yard line. This will be the second punt. The last punt for Glenville went 40 yards.
Straight up in the air.
This one's going to bring rain, and there's not a cloud in the sky.
That would have been a home run in a silo. That baby had frost on it when it came down. I'm sorry, I'm a baseball guy. I can't help myself.
I know.
You got to hit it out of the silo. That's what you have to do.
Any higher, it would have gone in orbit.
I'm telling you, I thought it did. You've got those little things flying over the stadium, taking video of the drones. They almost knocked one out of the sky. Wow. There'll be no punt returns. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Kick this thing 100 feet in the air. Wish I could get my wedge to do that.
So it brings up 1st down and 10. I think that one strained my neck as Hackelman goes in motion. It'll be Ivanchik keeping it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing going there.
Those defensive ends are closing so hard that it's going to be very difficult for Ivanchik. That play's got to hit quicker. It's got to hit much quicker.
Kaylon Bailey coming in to make the stop with 5:38 to go.
It's almost like the ball fake to the receiver going across in the jet motion slows it down enough that the ends can make the play.
This, we talked about how much of a battle this was going to be, and it is. 5:24 when you look at it, a combined 126 yards in total offense between these two teams. Play action, heavy rush.
Look out.
He throws it to the sideline. There was a receiver there. Smart move as he throws it away. Hackelman in the vicinity.
Yeah, those plays where you have the guy coming across in the jet motion, they're just taking too long. And you can't hand it to him because they'll run him down.
Ivanchik on the day, 7 of 11.
What you may have to do is use that motion to block that edge rusher and then just designate it as a quarterback keep from the beginning. It's not going to be a read. It's just going to be a keep.
Brandon White in that backfield with just over 5 minutes to go as Makovsky goes in motion. Heavy rush from the outside. There's the screen of Brandon White. He has a block downfield. He gets to the 40.
Short, 2 yards short.
Aaron Scales making the hit and driving him out of bounds, and it brings up 4th down. What do you do?
They're going to go for it, but
is this where you should have gone quick if you didn't get the first down?
If you'd have had 2 plays, but you didn't know what you're going to have. You got 4th and 2, and you got to communicate that with your quarterback.
Eagles come quickly to the line of scrimmage as Carmelo Williams late to getting on the defensive line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's just 6 feet, 295. They're going to punt.
Well, they could have. They have worked this during the week as Ivanchik could punt it, and he's got to burn a timeout.
It's all right. Better to get it right.
They were hoping for possibly
a jumping off
offsides. Hey, you want to lace up for the first annual Dillon's Place 5K Run and Murph Challenge happening November 9th in Westlake? Join a Run for Purpose, helping veterans find their next mission and ensuring no soldier is left behind after discharge. Visit dillonsplace.org for details. Let's run for our heroes. Dylan Franciscus, a former coach here at St. Ed's and a recent graduate, was in the Marines, unfortunately passed away last spring at a very young age. So go to dillonsplace.org to go for that Dillon's Place 5K run and Murph Challenge.
These kids run those 5Ks like they're nothing. I always thought home to second was a distance race.
It still is.
No kidding. I may need a sandwich halfway around.
They time me with a sundial.
Calendar. I have a calendar.
Brings up a 4th down and 2 for the Eagles. They need to get to the 38-yard line. They're going to put 2 in the backfield. Offset eye. Out of that pistol. Buchanan to the left of Ivanchik. Brandon White behind him.
Little
pass. Right up the middle. They were trying to get it to Makovsky or make that to Joe Moore, the tight end. And there was just a lot of traffic in front of him.
Right now, Kaylon Bailey is dominating the edge. We simply can't block him right now. He's lining up wide, and he's just getting up the field and then closing it down quickly.
And Kaylon Bailey, 6'1", 230, only a junior.
Nightmare on Elm Street there.
Well, this offense, as you see the offense coming out for the Glenville Tarblooders, that is a big offensive line.
Well, the thing about the Tarblooders is they're just one play away from tying the score up. I mean, they can score from anywhere on the field.
In the backfield is Weber. Nelson looking for the home run ball. Has a receiver, and it goes incomplete. And, boy, tight coverage by Makai Boone, getting some help with Landon Lamer.
He's running, Makai Boone is running right stride for stride with Paulie Sadler.
He just aired that one deep.
And this ball's on target. I mean, it's on the money. It's a yard long, but
Sadler at 5'11", the junior. He is a Bowling Green commit. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Glenville so far, no first downs as Arvell Nelson runs. He runs into one of his linemen and gets a tush push to the 45.
That's the thing I think is most scary about this offense. If they decide to run the quarterback, he's such a good athlete. It's the extra blocker. You have the extra blocker if you use the running back as a blocker.
Picks up 5 yards on the run. That is just the 26 total yard for Glenville in this game as they go 3 wide receivers. C.J. Newell in the backfield once again. Lemon is your tight end to the near side. They take a lot of time at that line of scrimmage as they get it to Newell. He makes a little cut to the outside. He is going to be short by a yard, maybe two, depending on the spot of the football, and it brings up 4th and 2.
It's 2 yards short, and they're going to go for it, I think. Yep, they're going for it. They're probably going to go double tight end, balance the defense up.
Let's see if they'll go with that jumbo package. We're going to have one receiver in single coverage to the near side.
McDougal in the backfield.
And they've got an H-back to the left. Here's the handoff.
And he's got it. Look out.
He's got some room. He gets the cut at the corner at the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Big, big first down run for the Glenville Tarblooders. That's their first down of the game. Boy, what a big hole there.
Well, Rodon Moore was coming on a blitz, and he got too far upfield.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Can you believe it? We've played almost 2 quarters, and that's the first down for Glenville?
Yeah, that's the good news. The bad news is it's only 7-0. Uh-oh.
I think it's going to go against Glenville.
12 again.
That's the 2nd time.
Maybe the 3rd time.
So that's not on that's the coaches.
Yeah. Or it's a kid coming in not communicating. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to come in for you, and I don't tell you. You stay on the field, and I get on the field too. And
so that is the 4th penalty against Glenville, now for 30 yards. So it brings up 1st and 15. Well, let's count. They've got 11 on the field, but there's a lot of talk at that offensive line. 2 in the backfield, quick hitter. It is caught by Paulie Sadler. He'll get it out close to the 30-yard line. Still, he picks up about 8 of the yards.
Now, what that pass does is it forces the defense to tighten the coverage, which means over the top becomes more available. And it's a cat and mouse game here. 2nd and 7.
2.5 to go.
They've got 3 plays to get this first down. But there's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this half.
They have Elijah Harden as the H-back to the near side. Play action. Nelson looking in trouble, and he goes down for a sack. Dubinsky coming in there.
Helped with Aiden Peterson as well.
That's a huge sack by the Eagles.
Yep. Big sack. Get to the quarterback in an angry mood.
So it'll be 3rd down and 14. That's a big defensive play for the Eagles.
You got screen and you got over the top. And you got to decide whether you're going to rush it or you're going to defend it. You're going to bring coverage off the short side again? I don't think so.
Glenville will have 4 wide receivers. They'll bring 1 in motion. That's Pritchard looking to throw downfield. There's the rush up front.
Behind.
And a great tackle being made up front by Brendan Schultz.
Yep, Brendan Schultz saw the screen, peeled back. You know, if you get in easy, it's a screen pass. And he just retraced his steps and made the tackle from behind.
Brendan Schultz with 23 tackles on the year, 1.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries.
4th and 10.
Eagles getting somebody late out there. That's Corbin Henneman. And the Eagles are going to have to burn a timeout. They didn't have the right personnel out there for them.
Well, Luke Ardita was coming on a blitz, and he showed early.
So as we reset, there's 60 seconds left in the first half. St. Ed's with 8 first downs, only 1 for Glenville. St. Ed's with 113 total yards, 52 for Glenville.
It's a defensive struggle. I mean, 100 and whatever it is for St. Ed's. That's not very good for St. Ed's. They're averaging almost 400 yards, 300 plus.
And they only have 17 yards on the ground on 15 carries. They are 8 of 14 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. This has been...
It's a defensive struggle, there's no doubt about it. And by the way, what a great crowd we've got here tonight. I mean,
absolutely. Here on a Friday night, gorgeous night, weather-wise.
Perfect night.
We want to keep this perfect weather going on for a long time, like maybe till spring?
Nah, I like winter. Let's get a little snow on the ground. You guys up here in Cleveland get more than you need.
Yeah.
We'll bring some our way then. We'll take some.
Yeah, but that paralyzes you down in the Columbus area.
That's okay. We'll take it.
4th down and 10.
On blitz.
They're going to pass on the outside, and it is incomplete, and the Eagles hold again on a turnover on downs.
Coach Pappas is happy about that because the receiver was open. He just couldn't bring it in.
Back in the day in 2008, I'm showing my age, I was covering the girls' state finals for basketball when they had that big blizzard that shut down 5 counties around Columbus. And it took me 4.5 hours to drive to Columbus from Cleveland because there was 2 inches of snow on the road and 25 miles an hour. And that's when the hotel across from St. John Arena was still there, the Holiday Inn.
Yep. Well, I remember coming home from many a Cleveland Browns game in January and taking 4.5, 5 hours to get home.
Handoff goes to Brandon Whitey. Oh, what a hurdle! Oh, baby! As he gets to the 45, down to the 44, he looked like Jesse Owens running the hurdles.
When you declare early, that's what happens.
Oh, they come quickly. We'll get the look at that play again. Brandon White into the secondary.
Oh, no.
Oh, he fumbled the football.
Look out.
It is picked up. There could be a play down the field. Here comes the number 2 coming down. That is Jalen Edwards. And he gets taken down, and they start flipping the football around. And it is a touchdown for Glenville.
Well, we've had 2 amazing touchdowns tonight. Tremendous run.
So the fumble takes place at the 33. Newell picks it up at the 28. He'll run it down the sidelines.
Marquardt did a great job of getting down there.
And he worked his way and dove into the pylon for the touchdown. 2 incredible touchdowns tonight.
Well, both defenses deserve this. I mean, you know what I mean? It's broken plays. Craziness. Absolute craziness.
That got the folks up on the Glenville side out of their seats.
We got a lot of people on the St. Ed side, too, because nobody could believe what was happening. And I said as soon as it happened, because you got the wrong guys on the field.
Right.
You got the offensive lineman. It's like when you kick a field goal and it comes up short, you got the big guys out there, and they can't tackle anybody. They can't get to anybody.
We'll take a look at this replay once again. Brandon White had a big run, and he got into the secondary, and then it was popped loose from behind. And then Jalen Edwards.
Look at Marquardt running down there, though.
Still trying to get him as he scoots his way and then has the gumption and the wherewithal to dive for the pylon. Yep. That's roughly about 72 yards on the return for the fumble, give or take.
Yep.
Now, Lemon coming up for the
PAT. Here we go.
For the point after. Lemon is 2 of 5 on point afters. They are 1 of 4 on 2-point conversions. There's the conversion attempt. And he gets it. And Glenville will take an 8-7 lead. That was a design run as Gary Pritchard gets the 2-point conversion.
Well, you probably should have known it was going to be a fake. He didn't have his knee on the ground to begin with. You don't have to. You can put your knee on the ground. You can come up and you can go back down as long as they kick it, but you can't come up, go down, and run. So he kept his knee off the ground. You had to know something was up.
And Glenville gets on the board with the 2-point conversion. They are now 2 of 5 on 2-point conversions this season. And those are big points off the turnover.
Well, 2 things happened. One, the ball was going to be somewhere down around the 30-yard line. So you still had time. You still had about 40 seconds left to get it into field goal range and take a 2-score lead. Now it goes the other direction, and you're losing by a point.
And Glenville will get the football to start the second half.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing because their offense hasn't been able to move it very well. So
52 yards in total offense for Glenville.
Yep.
71 yards on the return. Hey, we've seen crazy touchdowns. Why not a kickoff return?
Why not?
Lemon getting ready as he approaches the football very slowly. Sends that one. It'll be Hackelman at the 1-yard line. He'll bring it out to the 20. Has a little bit of a hole at the 30. He gets out to the 35-yard line as he brings it up for 34 yards.
It's kind of like a ping pong game, back and forth. And it's, again, he's 1 or 2 guys away from having a chance. There's just so much speed on this kickoff team. Creases it right there.
Big play either way for both sides.
Yeah, I think St. Ed's will probably just run the ball here.
Oh, they ran it effectively before the fumble. White will get it to the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 4 on the play, and that'll probably be it.
Sincere Johnson on the tackle. And I think that's the first time we've called his name.
That is the first time we've called his name.
That doesn't mean he hasn't done other things, but that's the first time we've called his name.
And that is going to be it for the first half. It is the halftime score of 8-7 Glenville over St. Ed's. We're going to take this time out. You are watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
$20 he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic, long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick dominates as Ohio's powerhouse personal injury law firm. For 2 decades, K&R has been relentless in our pursuit of justice, battling the big insurance companies and securing some of the largest settlements in the Buckeye State. We forged our way to the top by taking on the toughest cases and treating every client like they're our only client. Hurt in a car? Call K&R, Ohio's largest injury law firm, at 1-800-HURT-NOW.
When bettering lives is what you live for, you treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
At Joyce Buick GMC, serving the community for nearly 60 years means offering the best service and deals in town.
Check out our great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
We are receiving truckloads of new vehicles and fresh trade-ins daily.
Visit us today for our lowest prices and great selection.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC. Visit us on Chester Road in Avon or online at drivejoyce.com.
Ohio, are you ready for Monsters, The Fury, and The Charge? Are you ready to finally watch sports the way they should be? Free Rock Entertainment Sports Network, The Rock, 24/7 access to local Ohio sports and entertainment. No cords, no apps, no subscriptions. Every level of competitive sports, from high school to the pros. Live for viewers across Ohio. Watch The Rock now on Channel 22.1 or Spectrum 979.
Golf can be tough.
Kind of like managing your supply chain without Olympic.
Luckily, we know how to hit out the rough. And no Michigan's needed. I mean, mulligans. You sure about that, Reed? I've got this. It's in the hole. Let's go!
At Olympic Forest Products, we know that feeling. For over 40 years, we've helped businesses avoid the hazards to sink long putts. Olympic Forest Products. However difficult the shot, we've got your back.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with 1 truck and 1 promise: do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
Being in Esmond is all about brotherhood, a diverse community where everyone has your back. It's an education for the future, showing us how we can all make a difference in the world. It's about top-tier athletics, pushing us further than we ever thought we'd go. We invite 8th grade families to experience Holy Cross hospitality at Open House on Sunday, October 5th. See you there.
second selection was originally recorded by a group called the Top Notes. However, it did not gain popularity until it was covered by the Isley Brothers and later the Beatles. Featuring our outstanding color guard and majorettes, the Marching Eagles now present their version of the classic Twist and Shout. Our last selection of the evening is a surefire classic to get anyone pumped up. Upon release, this track only topped at 84 on the charts in the U.S., but its popularity slowly increased over time and was recently voted as the third best Queen song by Rolling Stone magazine. This is Don't Stop Me Now. On behalf of St. Edward High School and the Marching Eagles, we thank you for your support. The Marching Eagles invite you to support them at their first competition on September 20th at Revere High School. Once again, your St. Edward Marching Eagles.
Did you get the stats? Did you get stats?
Fat man's got to eat.
All right, 3. We're doing billboards, quick thought, tease highlights. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Olympic Forest Products, consistent, reliable, built to go to the distance. By Franciscus Roofing, Cleveland, Ohio's trusted name in roofing. Joyce Buick GMC, drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do. By Tokar and Company CPAs, your local and full-service accounting firm. By J.P. Farley, empowering people, elevating benefits. By Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick, hurting a car, call K&R. And by the Cleveland Clinic, official healthcare provider of St. Edward Athletics. It is 8-7 here at the Madhouse in Madison, and Larry, it's been a madhouse.
It's a madhouse for sure. I mean, 2 huge plays. One for St. Ed's on a reception that shouldn't have happened, and the other a 71-yard
fumble recovery
that shouldn't have happened.
We will have a look at that in our next segment during our look at the highlights. But right now we're going to take this little break as you're watching Olympic Forest Products St. Edward High School football presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
Can be tough.
Kind of like managing your supply chain without Olympic.
Luckily, we know how to hit out the rough. And no miss gets needed. I mean, mulligans. You sure about that, Reed? I've got this. It's in the hole. Let's go!
At Olympic Forest Products, we know that feeling. For over 40 years, we've helped businesses avoid the hazards to sink long putts. Olympic Forest Products. However difficult the shot, we've got your back.
33, 19, 52, 1. Penalty for yards. 4 for 30. The highlights aren't sponsored, are they?
No, it's the stats that are sponsored.
Okay. So we'll do score. We'll go over the highlights. Chris, I'll lead you into the highlights.
Yeah, you guys are on camera.
Oh, we're on camera? Yeah. By the end of the season, I'll remember this. Yeah. All right. 8-7 our score here at the half at the Madhouse on Madison. Adam Mendoza along with Larry Wolf. And it's been an interesting first half of football, don't you say?
If you like offense, this is not the place to be. But if you like defense, this is the place to be, and big plays.
Big plays galore in this game. Really, the defenses have come up really, really big in this game.
Absolutely.
But as we were getting near the end of the first half, it was big plays. First, it was St. Ed's coming up with the big touchdown on this pass off of a defensive deflection.
This just should never happen, but it did. And I'm sure his coaches are saying, knock it down. I did, Coach. I knocked it down. And then you got this big play. Good run. And I said right there, because you've got the wrong guys on the field. You've got these big offensive linemen trying to chase it down.
That was Edwards running it down, and he almost got pushed out of bounds, but then found his way into the end zone for 71 yards. And then on the 2-point conversion, they bring it in for pay dirt to take an 8-7 lead.
Yeah, 8-7, and they've got about 50 yards of offense total. It's just that's the way it works.
Now it's time to take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Tokar and Company CPAs, your local and full-service accounting firm. 8-7 is our score. Pitchers aren't doing well today.
No.
You look at the rushing yards. The runners are having a tough time moving the football. 56 for
Yep.
St. Ed's, 33 for Glenville. The Eagles doing a little bit better job passing the ball. 96 yards, Glenville at 19. Look at the total yards. 152 to St. Ed's, 52 for Glenville. But you got to count 71 yards on the fumble recovery
And if you
return.
look at St. Ed's offense, you're looking at a 300-yard game. That's not bad. High school, 300 yards is a pretty good game for high school. And you're losing 8-7 because of a turnover. And it may take a turnover by the Tarblooders to help St. Ed's get this thing back where it should be.
And look at the first downs. St. Ed's with 9 first downs, Glenville with just 1, and that was late in the second quarter. And then the penalty, the Eagles playing so far clean, but for Glenville, 4 penalties for 30 yards, and 2 of them.
Yeah, we're 12 men on the field. That's kind of unacceptable. That's
No, you cannot have those kind of things happening with 12 hats out onto the field. As those halftime stats brought to you by Tokar and Company. We're going to take this time out. You're watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
$20 he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic. Long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with 1 truck and 1 promise. Do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
Give a quick thought, then we'll go to break. Or, you guys know what you're doing. 3, 2, 1.
8-7 our score here at the half. Glenville over the Eagles. It has been a interesting battle, and Larry, we're going to have a great second half to come up.
It may come down to a turnover. I mean, the one turnover obviously gave 7 points, but it may come down to the next turnover, the next big play, because this is going to be one of those defensive struggles.
And both teams have, on the running game, they have both struggled running the football. It has been the oddity plays. The Eagles getting the tip drill touchdown, and then Glenville coming up with a 71-yard fumble recovery for a return.
And St. Ed's has been able to run against the 3-man front. In the passing situations where it's like 2nd and 10, they've been able to at least penetrate that for a little bit. So maybe that's what they're going to do in the second half. I don't know. They're going to have to find a way to run the football against this front. We said it in the beginning. They're strong up front.
Yep, they are very strong up front. 8-7 is our score. Hey, go get a refreshing drink. Don't go away. Sit back, relax. We got a great second half of football coming up as you're watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
$20 he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic. Long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with one truck and one promise: do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
Well, you see the St. Edward wrestling team getting acknowledged out there. 48 titles in school history.
How long has the school been open?
We're at 75.
They better get busy. 48 out of 75. Are you kidding me? St. Ed's, the name St. Ed's in wrestling is synonymous.
And that really started in the late 70s, early 80s, and they've had that continuous run. And this upcoming season, there's a lot of things that are going to be great coming up with St. Ed's wrestling. Hey, you know, we want to thank the folks of NEO Productions working this game today. And you can find them on X. There's their handle on X, NEO TV25. You can find them on Instagram, TikTok, and you can also catch the games that NEO Productions produces on the YouTube channel. And the followers are getting more and more. They're getting more and more followers and getting some great results from the views of those games.
Well, people figure out which one they like the best, and they go to that. They gravitate to that. So
you can follow NEO Productions at any of those. And we want to give thanks to our director-producer, Chris Mendoza, also the head of NEO Productions, a class of 25 grad for St. Ed's. And look at, he's out of high school and he has his own company.
Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
We want to thank our cameraman today. Up in the booth is Andrew Henderson. Down on the field is Race Hook. Our statisticians for tonight, Rob Cinco and Bob Zaremba, getting us all the numbers. Rob was a little bit late on that. He didn't think I was going to give him props.
I'm not sure we'll give him any more props.
All right. We're almost set for the second half. Explosive plays in the game. St. Ed's with 3, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Glenville with just 1.
Yeah, it was pretty explosive, though.
Yeah, but really, no, that one's not even considered.
Oh, that's not considered,
It's
right,
from the line of scrimmage, so they had one for 18 yards.
Right.
Now, here's the big thing. The negative play. St. Ed's with 5 negative plays. Glenville with just 2.
Well, the defensive ends for Glenville are really pinching hard, and they're taking away the quarterback.
And here's the funny thing. Glenville just has 1 first down, but then when you look at St. Ed's on third down, it has not been third and short. It's been third and long every time.
Absolutely. And you can't do that. They just can't do it because you can't get separation by your wide receivers as often as you need it. I mean, Hackelman is the guy that can do it, but everybody in the whole world knows he's the guy that can do it. So,
okay, so we start the second half. Glenville is going to get the football. The defense is going to have to come up big and make some big stops. And Koopman, the kicker, is going to have to drill this one as
put it
really
in the end zone.
Not much as air
It's
in
short.
there.
It's going to be short.
That's going to be at the 2-yard line. They'll bring it out to the 20. 22. Pritchard coming in on the return.
And one nice thing about that short kick is it had good height, and so it gave the coverage team a chance to get down there.
So is Koopman trying to say, hey, Lemon, I can kick it just as high as Lemon put one up to the stars
It would have been above these lights. I'm telling you, that ball was up there forever.
So it'll be at the 22-yard line. Glenville with 52 yards in total offense. Arvell Nelson is 3 of 11 for 19 yards passing. Leading rusher is Chris Newell, 3 carries, 26 yards. And in the backfield is going to be Romel Phillips. Phillips with just 9 yards. Now they get it to the outside, and no gain.
Hit the ground. That was incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Now when we get to the lights and the night and the turf, boy, you get that shine off the turf.
Little sheen on the turf. Yep.
Luckily, that was forward. Remember what happened last week?
Yep.
So it brings up second down and 10. Glenville with just 1 first down in the first half. Eagles will have 3 down linemen. Nelson getting the shotgun snap. Looking to throw. Being chased. Wisely throws it out of bounds and almost intercepted as he floated that one in the air.
He tried to throw it out of bounds. I think the ball slipped out of his hands, went straight up in the air. He got lucky.
Yes, he did.
And that's the turnover that St. Ed's. Oh.
Wow, that could have been intercepted there. And who would have been there? Aiden Peterson.
Well, of course. And that's a surprise to absolutely no one. 3rd and 10. Big play for this defense to get off the field again. Because you know the punt's going to go 100 feet in the air and maybe only 20 yards downfield. So
Glenville is 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. They will send 3 wideouts to the top of your screen. 1 in the backfield. Nelson being chased. On the run to the right side. We're going to have a block to the back.
Yep.
And the pass is complete just short of the 30-yard line. And it's going to be a hold on Glenville.
Well, now you got to make a decision. Because is that from the spot or is that from the previous spot?
I think it might be from the spot, which would be the 15.
There's the hold up to top. 71.
Eagles still discussing if they're going to take the penalty or not.
Colin Crocker was being held.
Holding. Glenville declined.
Okay, they're going to take the football. Well, they don't think he's going to punt the ball very far.
So that makes them 0 for 7 on 3rd down conversions as Lemon back to punt the football.
Now you got to be careful of a ball hitting you because it's so short.
And we got to make sure Hopkins Airport knows of his flight pattern. Comes in, sends a boomer. Brandon White is going to let it bounce. Oh, my goodness. What a roll as it gets inside the 10, down to the 1. That's going to be a 73 or 72-yard punt and a generous roll.
Wow. That's as good as a turnover.
It hits and then goes and goes and goes. And the Eagles will have their backs to the wall as they will have the football inside the 1-yard line.
This is not where you want to be because this defensive front is going to tee off on you right now.
They're going to throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink.
Tough place to start a drive.
Look, they're going to go. It looks like they're going to go with 4 down linemen on that defensive side for Glenville.
Absolutely. And the linebackers will be walked up tight.
3 wide receivers to the near side for the Eagles. 1 in the backfield.
Got it out to about the 3-yard line.
As Brandon White just dives over the line of scrimmage to give a little bit more room. Going to get him at the 2, so a gain of 2 on the play.
When you're the offense and you're in this situation, the goal is to get 1 first down. If you can get 2, that's great, but 1 first down is huge.
1 in the backfield, 2-by-1 set. It'll be
nothing.
Brandon White. He'll get to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. A little bit more room, but it brings up again another 3rd and long.
Yep. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6 maybe. That looks like 3rd and 5. Okay. Well, you can run a stop route on the outside, something quick. It's going to have to be quick. You cannot take a sack here.
No. You cannot. 8-7 is our score. Glenville getting their lone score on a 71-yard fumble recovery return for a touchdown. Then they ended up getting the big punt.
Hackelman's in the slot. I got a feeling we're going to clear the corner and run an out route with Hackelman, try to get him the ball. Sprint to the right.
Ivanchik, they'll bring one out in motion. Ivanchik rolling, firing the pass, and almost intercepted as that pass could have been picked off by Jalen Edwards, who had the big run back.
Ivanchik was trying to throw it away because he had pressure in his face,
And that is going to bring out the kicking unit. And now the Eagles are hoping that Landon Walcom, the center, comes up with a big boot out of the end zone.
Yep.
There you see Walcom, 6'2", 310 pounds, the junior. Awaiting the snap. 9 yards deep in the end zone. Gets it. Kicks it away.
It's ugly.
Hopefully he gets the roll.
He does.
And he gets it to the 45, 47, 48.
That's a good kick.
Yes, it is.
That's a 43-yard net punt, give or take.
And that got you out of
Yep.
and that set them at midfield. They still have decent field position.
Yes.
But that's a great kick deep in your own end.
And your defense has played well. So, you can expect the defense somewhere in these 50 yards to stop them now.
Glenville with 57 yards in total offense. The Eagles have 100 yards more at 157. Glenville taking the lead due to a 71-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. 9:26 here in quarter number 3. Nelson's going to hand it off. As the run by McDougal. He'll cross the 45 down to the 43.
Bordeaux Moore came off the wide side of the field that time. We've been blitzing a lot this year off the short side. That time we came off the field.
Now Glenville quickly going back to the line, and there's that quick play there. Coming in on the stop is Aiden Peterson. Eye back to the left. That's Elijah Harden. Arvell Nelson now. One in the backfield. Quick hitter. Joe Saffold coming up with the catch. Gets wrapped up. He stretches his way inside the 40-yard line. The former Eagle getting his first reception of the game.
I think he's got a first down.
And he does have the first down. Big catch for Saffold. Was able to stretch out, but there you saw Makai Boone just hanging on for dear life on that tackle.
On that tackle, I was wondering if his knee was down on the tackle, which spotted the ball behind the line to gain.
That's only the 7th catch for Saffold this year, averaging 21 yards a catch. Nelson on first down. They get it to the big man, McDougal. He'll pound his way to the 31-yard line.
They're running the big back instead of the smaller back, and they're starting to move the line of scrimmage. This is not good for the Eagles. They have to stop them here. If they go down 2 scores, it's going to be tough.
Ball at the 31-yard line. That big offensive line for Glenville looking to move him down. McDougal again running to the near side, getting into the secondary as he gets inside the 25 to the 23. That'll be another first down, their second of the ball game.
St. Ed's brought pressure off the field again, and the running back cut it back to the short side to get away from it.
They're going to keep McDougal in there. McDougal, 4 carries, 21 yards. His longest run, 8 yards.
McDougal's coming out now.
They'll bring in C.J. Newell, the scat back. One wide receiver to the near side. That's Saffold. Newell dots the I in the pistol. He'll get the handoff. Breaks it to the outside, and a good tackle by Peterson.
Peterson.
At the 21-yard line. From behind.
Well, you get the feeling that they're not going to kick a field goal. They're not good at that, so this has to go all the way to the end zone if you're the Tar Blooders.
Peterson just slid off his block to make the tackle. 2nd down and 9 for Glenville. They are at the St. Edward 22-yard line.
And the big back is back in.
McDougal in there. 21 yards so far. Gets his 5th carry. No, it's a play action and a penalty.
Legal procedure.
And that dead ball foul, illegal procedure. That is now the 5th penalty for 35 yards for Glenville.
That's a big penalty because it forces the running game to get more yards than they needed. I didn't see any movement. It must have been a wide out.
So now the Tar Blooders with a long distance, 2nd and 14.
Yep.
They're going to throw the football. On the outside, it is caught by Gary Pritchett.
That was a good timing route there. Just a simple slot out. They drove the corner off, ran the slot underneath. And that ball is right on the money. Right on the money. And that's a long throw.
So it brings up 3rd down and 5. Glenville is 0 for 7 on 3rd down conversions.
Well, they have 2 plays to get this. Here comes the pressure off the field. Pressure off the field. Oh, that should have been a legal procedure.
McDougal gets it to Pritchard again. He'll pick up the 1st down at the 10-yard line. The Eagles defense cannot bend anymore. They need to come up and make a stop. And it seems like Glenville has got the Eagles back on their heels right now.
Yep. Well, they're playing pitch and catch. They're throwing the little short routes. They're getting guys open right off the ball.
7 of 17 for 48 yards. Now they're going to run the ball.
Down to
getting it to
six,
the 6-yard line. Yep. McDougal on the run. Player having to come off. That's Deontay Rembrandt, as his helmet came off in the play.
And he's the center.
This is going to be very important for this backup center to make sure he gets the snap off.
Well, it's Cameron Hamilton, I think, 57.
Yes, he is.
And
now they're going to go under center.
Under center.
Arvell Nelson gives the ball off, and nothing going as the Eagles blitz, and they get him down at the 8-yard line.
Braylon Thomas and Mr. Ardito, Luke Ardito, along with a host of other folks.
How many times
Gavin
do you
Dubinsky.
see a quarterback under center in high school? Not very much.
Not much anymore. You
Third
see
down.
more and more spread offenses.
Yeah.
That's why.
3rd down and 6. McDougal in the backfield with an H-back to the left.
Saffold's got single coverage out here. They're bringing pressure off the corner again.
Here comes the blitz on the pass. Saffold is going to come up with a touchdown into the end zone in the corner, as it is now a 14-7 lead. That is a huge touchdown for Glenville.
Well, this 2-point conversion is even bigger now.
The former Eagle gets the touchdown for Glenville, Joe Saffold. That's his 2nd touchdown reception of the year.
He had single coverage, ran a little corner route. The ball was perfectly placed.
Eagles need to stop this 2-point conversion.
Absolutely.
Because then it makes it a two-score
game, yep. And they're going to kick it. They don't have a holder on the field. Here he comes.
That's Pritchett. His knee is down. They're going to keep an eye on him.
So it's only going to be a one-score game.
That is blocked as the Eagles come up with the block from the corner as Braden Thomas. That's a big, big block.
Well, we're back to Hoyle. It's 14-7.
Braden Thomas coming in to make the block from the outside. We're going to take this time out. 5:08 to go. You're watching Olympic Forest Products, St. Edward High School football, presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment.
Bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
14-7, Glenville with the lead after they marched down the field. It was a drive that took 5 minutes, or 4 minutes and 18 seconds, 10 plays, 48 yards for the touchdown, and that gives them a 14-7 lead, but Braden Thomas comes up with a huge block off the edge.
Well, and it's a little unnerving, too, because the St. Ed's defense has played well all night, and that was the first time that they got the ball driven down the field on them. So
they got pushed.
We'll see if they can push back.
Back to receive the kick will be Hackelman, Lamer, and Brandon White. The deep man is Hackelman, standing at his 2. The Eagles with 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. Lemon almost a straight-on kicker. It's going to be short. White will get it at about the 7-yard line, looking to go up the middle. Puts on the afterburners, but then gets taken down from behind by Cartez Yancey.
Cartez Yancey, 6'1", 228 on a kickoff team. I mean, there was a day when he would have been a tackle.
Yeah.
An offensive tackle. Now he's a cheetah. I mean, he's a kid that can flat run and he can tackle you, and he's.
Now let's see what you see that offensive line for St. Ed's.
They've got to get something going.
Now, before the end of the first half, they moved the ball with 2 big runs for 35 yards. Unfortunately, the second run left them with a turnover.
Right, and you're going to see a 4 down front instead of a 3 down front until you get into passing situations. When we get into 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 8, you're going to see a 3 down lineman.
1st down and 10, ball spotted at the 32-yard line, near side hash mark. Eagles going right to left. Ivanchik is going to give the football.
Nothing.
And DeAndre Taylor coming in to make the stop. And another loss of negative yardage on that play.
The defensive front is just so athletic. The offense cannot sustain the blocks. They have to do a better job sustaining blocks.
That is the 6th negative play as DeAndre Taylor, the former St. Edward Eagle, comes in to make the play. Loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. 4 down linemen once again. Looking to go downfield. A little bit of time. Now Ivanchik's going to have to run. He tries to slide and then got headhunted down inside the 29-yard line by Sincere Johnson.
Yep. He had time. He had a good pocket. There's no escaping Sincere Johnson.
Sincere Johnson, 6'2", 225. 3rd down and 13, so no gain on the play. Eagles again facing 3rd and long throughout this contest. They're 1 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. They came into the game 45%. Swing pass, looking for the double pass. Hackelman.
Nope.
Too long of a pass on the double pass from Brandon White. And that'll bring out the kicking unit. Well, you got to try to do something.
Well, it gets the ball out of the hands of your quarterback quickly. Good coverage.
Back to receive the kick. Jalen Edwards, who has a touchdown. End over end kick. He touched the football, and luckily it went out of bounds.
Yep. Not a very good kick.
So Glenville will take possession, 1st and 10. The ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line.
Yep, 39.
The Eagles have punted more times tonight than they have all season.
Yep. Well, this is the first time all year that the offense has been stagnant.
Just 154 yards in total offense. They came into the second half with 157. Now let's see if the defense can make a stop as they give it to McDougal. As he gets tripped up at the 40-yard line, he'll gain 2, and they'll mark him down at the 41.
Gavin Dubinsky on the tackle there.
Dubinsky came into the game 17 tackles. Also had a fumble recovery.
The Eagles need a big turnover here. We need to get a big turnover. Had a little twist game.
2nd down and 8, tight formation. Pass going up and a catch for a 1st down being made by Paulie Sadler. He gets by that defender. He's off to the races.
Oh, absolutely. They're throwing good timing routes right now. It's just a 3-step, throw the quick slant.
Arvell Nelson now, 9 completions on the day, 19 attempts. Moving the ball on 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Romel Phillips. He'll fight his way for 5, and they're churning up clock time.
Yeah, it's an ugly 5, but it's 5. And we're down to 2.5 minutes in the third quarter.
And they are taking time off this clock. Ardito coming in to make the stop. Clock continuing to run down to 2:10. Glenville up 14-7. Can the Eagles make a stop on 2nd down and 6? McDougal in the backfield.
Pressure off the boundary looks. Yep, here it comes.
Nelson, quick hitter. Oh, and it's intercepted! The Eagles come off with the interception off the tip, and that is Brodon Moore.
And that's a heck of a play by the wide receiver to tackle him, because that play could have been a boomerang.
And that got this St. Ed's crowd a little bit on their feet. Right into his hands. Oh, that's actually number 3, Mekhi Boone. So Mekhi Boone comes up. That's his 2nd interception of the year.
And who's injured on the field here?
Look at that play again, and he was right there, Johnny on the spot. Mekhi Boone to come up.
It's Mekhi Boone that's cramping.
So the Eagles, Boone getting the 2nd interception, and boy, that comes at a great time right now.
Absolutely. They needed a turnover. They needed to flip the field.
Now, can the Eagles move? So far in this 3rd quarter, only -3 yards.
3-man front. They were successful in the first half running against this.
Handoff goes to Brandon White. He'll fight his way to the 49-yard line, still on his feet over the 50, down to the Glenville 49, and a penalty flag comes in from the sideline. Let us await the decision by the official as he comes over to the head referee. That is Gary Garnett. Could it be against St. Ed's? Well, they're having a lot of discussions on this one.
Well, the question is it dead ball? Is it live ball? What is it? Give us an indication here.
There was an initial point to St. Ed's.
Sideline.
On St. Ed's.
No, it can't be on St. Ed's. The flag came from the other side of the field.
They're moving the ball back. So they're calling the sideline infraction against St. Ed's, but the flag was thrown on the other side of the field.
Something doesn't make sense here.
Hold on. The far side officials, you see the referee, he is the one that threw the flag over there.
Correct. I'm not sure. Unless it was on the chain gang. That's the only people could have been on.
Wow. All right, so it brings up 2nd down and 8. After the penalty, the first by the Eagles. Brandon White trying to find some place to go. He gets out of it, and he gets over the 50 back to the 49-yard line. Boy, this Eagle offense just cannot get on track right now.
Well, you're trying to block ghosts. I mean, they're playing off the blocks well at the line of scrimmage, and St. Ed's cannot sustain the block. You have to finish your block. That's hard to do.
1:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Eagles down by a score of 14-7. On the run is Brandon White. He's got the 1st down, and he carries them to the 40.
The quick hitters, the real quick misdirection plays are the only thing that are working. Anything that takes time, St. Ed's offensive line is not able to sustain their blocks long enough.
This has been a battle on this turf here in Lakewood. 1st and 10 for St. Ed's.
Well, you got to get this thing tied up, because if it goes to overtime, the advantage clearly goes to St. Ed's because of the kicking game.
On 1st down, quick hitter, Hackelman trying to get outside of that tackle, gets it inside the 40 to about the 37.
It's a good tackle by Jalen Edwards. I mean, you're one-on-one out there. If you miss, it's going to go for 15 or 20 yards.
Hackelman setting the record for most career receptions earlier today and most career touchdowns with that touchdown in the first half. Now they give it to Brandon White. He cuts to the near side. He's at the 30, and he gets hit and driven. He stays in bounds at the 27-yard line. Evanchik did a really good job
of riding that. Yep, he put it in there, rode it.
Eagles quickly going back to the line. 10 seconds to go. Eagles want to get up there trying to catch Glenville on the back of their heels. Quick hit. It is caught, and that is the catch made by Koopman, and he gets out of bounds with no time remaining, but he gets inside the red zone.
One-man route, one-on-one, little stop route.
We're going to take this time out. 14-7, Glenville over St. Ed's. You're watching the Olympic Forest Products St. Edward High School football presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
$20 he shanks it. Yeah, this is going to be out of bounds to Michigan.
Some people play it safe, others grip it and rip it.
That's why I call long drive right down the fairway.
Just like Olympic, long reach, no shortcuts.
For over 40 years, Olympic's been hitting it long and straight, delivering dependable, high-quality pallet solutions with national coverage and local service.
Fairways and freightways. Keep it straight, keep it consistent.
Olympic Forest Products. Consistent, reliable, built to go the distance.
Started by a father, built by a family, proudly serving Cleveland since 1991. Franciscus Roofing has delivered honest, high-quality work starting with one truck and one promise: do the job right. From inspections to full replacements, our family-owned team brings craftsmanship to every roof.
Get your free estimate today at 1-866-STAY-DRY.com.
It's so easy if you try. 1-866-STAY-DRY. Franciscus Roofing.
Fourth quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. This will be the first time this season that the Eagles go into the fourth quarter down.
They've got great field position. Ball's at the 12-yard line. They've got to score on this drive.
Now they're going to bring their split pistol package.
Well, they got the tight end in the backfield. So this is the this is the teacup or whatever you want to
the
call it.
Wishbone.
Yeah,
inverted wishbone. Now they move Hackelman out to the near side. Now it's a split backfield. They give it to Brandon White. He's still on his feet, and he gets down to the 1-yard line. I don't know how he did it.
And there's a flag on the play. Do we have holding? Or do we have 12 men on the field again?
That's been the bugaboo for Glenville. Eagles are in, and it's going to go. Hackelman saying it's on Glenville. Face mask. That's going to put the Eagles in great position to score.
Well, they're going to be at the 1-foot line now. Let's see if we can pick this thing up.
Yeah, just right at just when he got by the second tier, the face mask. And now that's going to put the football inside the 1 as the ball will be just touching the end zone. Eagles with Buchanan and White in the backfield. Evanchik.
He's got to hit quick.
They give the ball to Brandon White, and he gets over. Touchdown, Eagles.
You got to kick it because if you're tied up, you have the advantage. You have the better kicking game if it goes to OT.
Here's that play once again from our sideline camera, and he just stretches it over.
Yep. A huge, huge turnover, and the offense capitalizes.
So both teams with points off turnovers.
Yep.
Will Lavelle getting ready. Good snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Game is tied 11-26, 14 apiece.
Why would you expect anything else?
Just like last year.
Yep, absolutely. Two great teams going at it, slugging it out. And it's been a slugfest. It isn't pretty. This has not been pretty football. This is just good old-fashioned slobber knocker football.
The Eagles on that drive, 8 plays, 56 yards for the touchdown. Brandon White picking up the touchdown. That is his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. The Eagles, again, their touchdown streak now at 41 games. Now, you got to make sure that you kick that ball in the end zone.
The coverage has been great, though. I mean, I have to give him some credit. I mean, the middle field's wide open. If he kicks it right down the middle of the field, it'll be wide open.
Jonah Koopman with 7 touchbacks so far this year. Puts this one high.
Make it 8.
That'll go into the end zone as the Glenville Tarblooders will get it 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Are we going to see a dose of McDougal, or are we going to see Arvell Nelson throw it up in the air?
Well, it depends. If McDougal does a good job, you won't see much Arvell. If McDougal doesn't do a good job, then you will see the ball in the air. We said at halftime a turnover might be what St. Ed's needs to get this thing going. And they got it.
Here we are in the 4th quarter. We saw Glenville kind of dominate at the line of scrimmage in that 3rd quarter.
Yep.
Let's see what happens here. We got a lot of football remaining. They're going to give it to McDougal. McDougal into the secondary, but he gets hammered at the 25, close to the 26. He'll pick up 6 on the play.
They pulled the right guard, wrapped him around. It was just a power play. Double team at the point of attack and wrapped the backside guard. And that is a big man coming through the hole there now, I'm telling you.
McDougal, 6 rushes for just 30 yards.
I mean, Carmelo Williams, 6 feet, 295, pulling and wrapping around. That's a big man.
McDougal, pistol formation.
He's getting the ball again.
Nelson getting the snap. Quick hitter. It is caught. Getting by after the catch by Paulie Sadler, the BG commit.
Now, there was a hand signal that time. I don't know whether anybody saw that or not, but from the quarterback to the wide receiver, they had single coverage out here, and he hand signaled, and he just knew it was going to be a slant route.
And with the speed that Glenville has, that slant route could be very, very dangerous.
It's a 5-yard pass. It's absolutely safe, and it can go for the distance.
Brings up a 1st down and 10. That is just the 5th first down. In this game, only 18 first downs combined. Glenville with 144 total yards. Nelson has McDougal. Another quick hitter. Sadler coming up with a catch at the 38-yard line. Coach Pappas talking to his defensive back, Jack Sanders, to watch it.
Be careful. Be careful.
Okay, 2nd down and 5. Coach, what are you going to dial up defensively?
They're going to bring pressure. I got a feeling that they're going to bring pressure off the edge, the field pressure. They brought a lot more field pressure tonight. Here it comes. They're creeping up early. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't.
Now they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick throw here.
It'll be Arvell Nelson with the run, and he slides short of the 1st down. They're going to say he is down at the 44.
Yeah, well, because that's where he started the slide. Third and 2.
The chess game continues.
Well, you got to believe that they're going to go for it on 4th down. If they don't get it on 3rd.
McDougal in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. He'll get the 1st down as he crosses close to the 47, 48-yard line. That'll move the chains.
This defense needs to stop him right here, right now.
Again, we've talked about the offensive line of Glenville. In this 2nd half, they've had their will pushing back St. Ed's.
Yep.
And this was one of the big question marks for the Eagles coming into this season, is that defensive front. They get it again to McDougal. He bounces to the outside, and he'll get to the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 3. Lamer on the run, on the defensive play.
Mackay Boone
coming off again.
got cramps. Did a nice job on the outside there. He kept his leverage to the outside.
Clock continuing to roll here. 8.5 minutes to go. Tie game. Top teams in Division I and Division IV going at it tonight.
Field pressure again.
High snap. Brought down. Nelson trying to get out of his way. Now runs to the near side. He throws it smartly out of bounds.
He threw a duck. He could have thrown it down on this side.
And there's a flag thrown.
An eligible guy downfield. Number 54 was way downfield.
That would be the 7th penalty for Glenville. An eligible man downfield against Glenville. That'll push him back. It'll repeat 2nd down.
But it makes it 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 9.
7 penalties, 40 yards. Much better than last week, 17 penalties for 155 yards and a loss to Avon. Sadler on the near side in single coverage against Thomas. Handoff is to Romel Phillips. He'll get it. He fights his way close. He'll be a yard shy of the 1st down marker.
Yep, just short.
But they continue to run the clock down.
Well, and they continue to run the football successfully. This is impressive. The big back is back in there.
The Eagles were giving up 72 yards a game. They've given up 88 as McDougal fighting for the 1st down, and
it's going to be close.
Oh, they're gonna probably measure.
It's 4th down, but 4th and a foot.
Let's see who's going to be in the backfield. McDougal is out there. Fourth down and less than a yard to go.
Quarterback sneak, tush push.
And he gets the 1st down. Barely. It looks like he got it.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for a call of 1st down.
He got it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he
clearly got it.
He clearly got the 1st down. 6:55 to go.
There has to be a stop, and there has to be a stop now.
McDougal in the backfield.
Pressure off the edge. Field pressure, here he comes.
Nelson throws it low, incomplete. Almost 5 minutes of possession time by Glenville with 6:40 to go.
Well, and that defensive front's got to be getting tired. I mean, they've been getting laid on here a lot of the 2nd half. And it's warm out there tonight. It's warmer than it's been.
2nd down and 10. Eagle defense needing to come up with a stop on a jet sweep, and they get that stop. What a big play being made by Colin Crocker.
Big play.
Loss of 5.
He just split the blockers. He just split them. Big play. Now you have to get pressure.
Brings up 3rd down and 15. Glenville is 3 of 11 on 3rd down conversions.
Oh, and all those have been in the 2nd half.
Yeah. Sadler, the receiver, to the near side. McDougal just to the right of Arvell Nelson. He's 11 of 23 for 82 yards. He's going to look to throw. Fires the pass. Incomplete. And no flag. Brings up 4th down and 15.
It's a great defensive play. Inside arm. Watch it come right across it.
Fourth down and 15.
Why are they marking on a 10? The ball should be back at the 46. They got the wrong spot.
Yeah. And they correct it. Or there would have been a riot here.
Well, that's the coach in me. I mean, that's just one of those things you know. It was 3rd and 15. It can't be 4th and 10.
Oh, Glenville's at the line of scrimmage. The Eagle defense coming out late. Lemon is back at his 43. Hackelman is back deep. Got to watch for the fake.
It is a fake.
And he's going to get downed as he picks up 6. The Eagles hold.
And get great field position. I mean, the defense has played well all night. There's been one drive, and it was 52 yards, I think, maybe 48 yards. I don't know exactly what was going on here.
I don't know if that was a design, but he mishandled the snap. And he thought the athletic ability would get him the first down. All right, we're down to 5:40 to go, and this game is tied at 14.
The thing you want to do here, if you're saying that, is obviously you'd like to win it in regulation, but you cannot lose it in regulation. You got to make sure this game goes at least to a win or to overtime.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Handoff, Brandon White. He's got some room. He's over the 50. 2 hands on the football as he gets it to the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
You saw the 2 hands. He cradled that.
He wasn't fumbling that one. Now you got a little tempo going. Little tempo.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Brandon White again. Running again. He gets it to the 35. Breaks another tackle.
He could go. He's
to the 20.
He could go.
He's got a block, and he's driven out of bounds inside the 5. What a play by Brandon White.
What a play by the offensive line and Brandon White. I mean, they just got a hat on a hat. They didn't move anybody. They just got a hat on a hat. Look at Marquardt. Comes off his man, gets another man. Breaks 2 tackles.
Look at the convoy. But then coming down to make the play was Cortez Yancey. First and goal to go at the 2. What a run that time by Brandon White. A gain of 39 yards.
It couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, if St. Ed's needed it. Now what you'd love to do is score on 3rd down. You'd love to see that clock just run another minute or so off.
Brandon White to the right of Evanchik. He gets the handoff, and he fights his way. No, he's a yard shy.
There was a hole to the left, and he just couldn't get over there. A hole opened up over the left guard. You might see it here. There it is right there. Oh.
And then he just got stood up by Jameer Perez.
That's okay. You're taking 40 seconds off the clock with every snap.
Talk about a wall you ran into in Jameer Perez.
Oh, baby. That is a man-child.
6'4", 321.
He's a biscuit short of 330.
Second and goal at the 1. Brandon White.
No, he stumbled.
He stumbles back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and goal to go at the 1.
Now you almost have to run the ball left. You have to almost run the ball left to get it in front of the goalpost so that you don't have a crazy angle here in case you have to kick the field goal.
4:15. Koopman comes out. He'll switch off with Makovsky. 2-back set.
You got to go left.
Double tight end, and a timeout will be called by Glenville. We're going to take this time out. Tie score. Eagles knocking on the door. You're watching Olympic Forest Products. St. Edward High School football presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports.
Bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
There you see that St. Edward huddle. Game tied at 14 with 3:59 to go.
You know, when you're in the huddle, it's one of those things as a coach. This is why you did all that work this summer. This is why you did all those extra, 40s, all those extra bench presses. It comes down to plays like this in big games. You have to make this play.
Third down and 1. Eagles are 2 of 8 on third down. Third and goal to go at the 1. You see Coach Tom Lombardo there. Backs are split in the backfield. Tight end on either side. Handoff. Brandon White, big hole. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. That offensive line, Xavier Kurzak just absolutely cleared the way. Number 77, look, he's got his man 5 yards in the backfield.
Brandon White in the second half, 14 rushes, 103 yards.
And it's really come from nowhere because they couldn't move the ball. And all of a sudden, you get a little mojo and it happens. Just take the penalty if you have to. Just take the penalty.
Late coming on to the field is number 76. Lavelle looking for the extra point.
Uh-oh, that's blocked.
It is blocked. And a flag, and I think it's going to go against Glenville for running into the kicker.
Well, if they block it. Is he going to be on the kickoff?
Oh, wait, the Eagles made it.
Personal foul. So they made the kick.
Again. What are we?
I couldn't see it. I'm telling you.
Do you have a replay of the kick? Anything? Just the.
I'm telling you, I thought it was blocked.
Yeah.
Came right through the A gap. It went through.
It went through.
How did he miss it? Because we missed it. I can tell you right now, we missed it. How did he miss blocking that kick?
I don't know. I mean, we thought he blocked it.
Absolutely, because there was all kinds of people around it and strumming.
Well, we're having a tough time up here, Larry.
It's time for me to call it a night. I'll see you on down the road, partner. I'm heading home.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe it's the lights. Let's blame it on the lights.
In here in the press box. The lights are on and we get a glare off the window.
Hey, that sounds good, but the reality is we've missed a couple of them tonight because we missed a touchdown with Hackelman, and it's the same end. That's the Voodoo South End. That's what that is.
21-14.
Well, this is going through the back of the end zone. It better. Yep.
And that does. The Eagles' touchdown scoring drive. 5 plays, 59 yards.
Well, now you put your defense out there and you say, boys,
stop them.
You've been the guys all year. It's time to step up and stop them.
So Arvell Nelson will come out. He'll be the quarterback for this drive. There is a little bit of history with our director and his father, Arvell Nelson Sr., as back in the day when he played for the Spokane Shock in the Arena Football League after a game, ended up taking a picture with the young Christopher Mendoza. Look at that short haircut.
Goodness.
There you see Arvell Nelson Jr. He's going to file back. He's going to step up.
Crocker
he is going to go down, fumble, and the Eagles have it.
Maybe.
It looked like the Eagles had it, and they come out of it with the towel. Eagles with a strip sack.
Crocker was all over that. He got him from behind. The ball came loose. huge play. Look at Crocker doing his job, chasing him down from behind.
Boom! Now.
But he hit him from behind while the ball was still back. That's a good call.
What a big defensive play. And you've said this defense had to come up and make a big play.
Yep, and they've had 2 turnovers this half. 2 turnovers.
3:48 to go.
Now if you punch something in, any score.
Strip sack, fumble recovery. Brandon White to the 10, inside the 10 to the 8 before he's brought down by Jordan Johnson.
Something's happened in this second half because he is running like a man possessed.
Over 100 yards in the second half.
See, they're giving the ball. They're not keeping it by the quarterback, and those ends can't collapse fast enough. So the running back's getting up underneath the end. Take your time. You got 40 seconds on the clock.
They're going to milk it for all it's worth.
I didn't like the extra point where that guy coming through the A-gap, because if you have to kick here, that's a scary thought.
24 rushes, 171 yards for Brandon White.
Field blitz.
He'll get the football. He bounces his way to the 1-yard line before he's brought down by number 6, Aaron Scales. Look at him just scoot, finding the holes where they're not.
Those jump cuts are unbelievable. He's good feet, really good feet.
And just imagine if he was not injured last year.
There's a plan for all that,
yeah.
And it's way beyond my ability to comprehend it.
First and goal to go, split backfield. Buchanan to the right, Brandon White to the left. Ivanchik in the middle out of the gun. He gives it to Brandon White, and he gets over.
Nope.
No, they're going to say he is just shy.
Yeah, he's down.
But that takes a lot of time off the clock,
well,
and that's going to
call
a timeout. We'll take a look at the replay once again. Yeah, that knee was down. The knee was down. Good work by our camera crew.
And by the officials.
2:13 remaining. The Eagles get a strip sack fumble recovery.
Was there a timeout called, or
I thought it was a time, or maybe it was the officials.
Well, then
and we're missing everything else.
Yeah, then they should start the clock here. Yep,
now they
start
do.
The clock. All right, you got 40 seconds here, or 25, because they called a timeout. It's going to be 25.
Jonah Koopman comes in. They'll probably go to that 2 tight end set.
Yeah, you want to balance out the defense. You don't want them to be able to stack people.
No, they're going to go with the receiver wide right, wide left.
Tight end left.
Backs are split out of the gun.
Coming off the edge here.
And Brandon White trying to fight his way through, and he does! Touchdown, Eagles! Second and third effort by Brandon White.
He was stoned at the goal line. He had no chance of getting in, and he just spun. He gets hit right there, bam. And now
look at kept the legs turning.
Yeah.
What do you coaches say during practices? Keep those legs going.
Keep your feet.
27-14, 13 unanswered points by the Eagles. Now let's make sure we look at that ball going up in the air.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Will Lavelle getting ready for the extra point. That one is up and through, and we saw that one.
I did see that one, but nobody penetrated. They fixed that in a hurry.
28-14, our score.
Well, that's 21 fourth quarter points, I think.
14 fourth quarter points, and the Eagles came into this game only scoring 20 fourth quarter points.
Another personal foul, Glenville.
And they'll do it on the kickoff again. Hey, stay with us for our post-game report brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic, where we will have our J.P. Farley Player of the Game. Brandon White, a couple of touchdowns tonight, and the big one giving the Eagles a 14-point lead.
You know, the touchdowns are just the cherry on the top. It's the hard running. I mean, the first half he was getting beat up running the football, and he just found another gear. And his teammates know it, too. They know he found another gear.
Brandon White is our J.P. Farley Player of the Game. J.P. Farley empowering people elevating benefits. Brandon White, over 100 yards just in the second half alone.
I'm going to give the offensive line and the offensive line coaches a lot of credit because they were, I won't say they were dead in the water in the first half, but they couldn't sustain anything. They could get 3 and then they'd lose 5. They'd get 5 and lose 3.
And
the
then
second half has been tremendous football.
And the defense all night long.
All night. You're talking about a great offense here. I mean, this Tar-Blooded team has great speed and good skilled players.
Jonah Koopman boots this one.
Through the uprights. Close.
Just to the left with a minute 41 and a 2-touchdown lead for St. Ed's.
You know, it's much brighter when we look on the monitor than it is when we look on the field.
That is true.
I mean, maybe we should just watch the TV and forget what's going on out there.
We just need that Jumbotron screen.
Yeah, we need about a 60-inch screen, that's right. And a sofa, you know.
And a nice cold soda pop.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe some popcorn.
Nachos.
Snow caps.
Yeah, ooh. Stop it. We've got a minute 41. I'll have to take a break.
All right, here come the Glenville Tar-Blooders down by 14. Arvell Nelson will have Romel Phillips in the backfield.
You got a 3-3 defense now. You got 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. They're lining up as 4 on the line, but it's really a 3-3. And they've got 5 defensive backs, 3 deep. Nothing gets behind you.
They're going to move 1 in motion. Arvell Nelson looking to throw, has the screen to Romel Phillips,
Crocker
and he gets
again.
tracked down. Once again, Colin Crocker will get him, and it'll be a 2-yard gain.
He's like the ever-ready bunny. I mean, he just has a motor. He keeps playing hard.
But when you look at the defensive guys, Crocker, Lamer, Peterson, they are the Energizer bunnies.
And then the guys that don't get much, Dubinsky,
Right.
Schultz, you know, Pelosi, those kids, they're just playing hard. They're just playing hard.
Gain of 3. That's going to force Arvell Nelson to throw the football. Looking
behind him.
downfield, and it's caught, but it's going to be pass interference.
That cannot happen. I know Braden Thomas is on him, but he can't get behind him. No matter what, he can't get behind you.
The pass will go to the 44-yard line. It's a defensive pass interference. Glenville will gladly decline the penalty.
Yep. You have to be deeper than the deepest. And you'll see he gets turned. It's a wheel route.
That is only the second penalty against St. Ed's tonight. We talked about how they needed to have a clean game.
Great pass rush up the field there.
Throws incomplete. Who was in on that play?
B.P. Pelosi.
Also along with Colin Crocker. And you just talked and sung those two young men's praises.
Yep. BP got up the field to keep him in the pocket. You don't want him to roll out to his right. Force him to roll left. It's a little harder to throw the ball. He wants to go right. You've got to get up the field and force him back inside.
Arvell Nelson, 13 of 27 for 117 yards. Glenville with 202 yards in total offense to 291 for the Eagles. Nelson's going to be forced to throw.
Twist inside. Got him.
And a fumble ball, but it'll be Glenville picking it up.
That's Brendan Schultz causing the fumble.
Ardito in there as well. Let's look at the replay.
Right there, Schultz caused it.
Schultz caused the fumble.
They're unsung until they're sung. You know what I mean? These guys are all unsung heroes, but tonight they're playing their tails off.
He came into the game with 5 quarterback hurries. As a team, St. Ed's with 21 quarterback hurries. As we said, our J.P. Farley player of the game is Brandon White. 26 carries, 172 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good night. Maybe he should get some tacos.
And mind you, they didn't have a very good first half.
No.
Most of that was in the second half.
Well, a lot of it's in the fourth quarter.
So he had about 150 yards in the second half.
Yep. The offensive line started to come off the ball a little bit more. They got body on body, and they've possessed the ball a little bit more.
And this is a good test for St. Ed's and that defensive line as well as the offensive line against a very big Division IV team.
Yeah, Division IV, school size, Division I football.
Quick pass to the outside. Saffold getting downfield and quickly gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 41 seconds. That's his second catch of the night. Has a touchdown earlier in the ball game in a corner route.
Fourth down. It's fourth and about 9. Did that clock run at all?
Maybe a couple seconds. 4, if that.
Maybe.
41 ticks left in the fourth quarter. Eagles up by 2 scores. Arvell Nelson looking to throw. He's going down deep.
Oh, he's got him.
Has Sadler open, and he overthrew him. Had him open on the inside slant.
Makai Boone was trying to run with him, and he's had cramps half the night. He looks like me when I get up in the morning. Ouch, 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 ouch.
So the Eagles.
The puppies are sore. I can just see the way he's coming off the field.
So the Eagles will just have to
take a knee. That's a huge, huge win for the coaching staff and for these kids.
They were put in a test tonight, and they passed.
They're put in the blender, and it took 2 turnovers. 2 big turnovers in the second half. Both of them led to scores.
Nine penalties for Glenville for 70 yards today. But Glenville's defense caused lots of problems for the Eagles' running game in the first half. Victory formation for St. Ed's. And they'll drop a knee, and the Eagles, the number 1 team in Division I in the state of Ohio, will take a 28-14 hard victory against a very good Glenville team.
It's absolutely a very good Glenville team. And St. Ed's got a baptism by fire tonight. They had to play hard. They were behind. They had to come back. And they did it. And they did it in convincing style, running the football right down the field.
And the revenge tour will continue next week as it doesn't get any easier. They'll take on the Massillon Washington Tigers.
Oh, piece of cake. Come on.
Let's take this time out. The Eagles win this one 28-14. You're watching the Olympic Forest Products St. Edward High School football presented by Franciscus Roofing on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
At Joyce Buick GMC, serving the community for nearly 60 years means offering the best service and deals in town.
Check out our great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
We are receiving truckloads of new vehicles and fresh trade-ins daily.
Visit us today for our lowest prices and great selection.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC. Visit us on Chester Road in Avon or online at drivejoyce.com.
Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick dominates as Ohio's powerhouse personal injury law firm. For 2 decades, K&R has been relentless in our pursuit of justice, battling the big insurance companies and securing some of the largest settlements in the Buckeye State. We forged our way to the top by taking on the toughest cases and treating every client like they're our only client. Hurt in a car? Call K&R, Ohio's largest injury law firm, at 1-800-HURT-NOW.
(28-14) St. Ed's comes up with the big win. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Olympic Forest Products, consistent, reliable, built to go the distance. By Franciscus Roofing, Cleveland, Ohio's trusted name in roofing. By Joyce Buick GMC, drive Joyce, your friends and family and neighbors do. Tokar & Company CPAs, your local and full-service accounting firm. By J.P. Farley, empowering people, elevating benefits. By Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick, hurt in a car, call K&R. And by Cleveland Clinic, the official health care provider of St. Edward Athletics. Now it's time for the Cleveland Clinic post-game report. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, the official healthcare provider of St. Edward Athletics. Larry, 291 yards for the Eagles in total offense. That was well earned against this very tough Glenville team.
Well, you had two great teams out there tonight. One won, the other one didn't win, but there are no losers out there tonight. This Glenville team is a very good team. They're taking on all comers. They're taking on big boys, big schools, and they're playing hard. For St. Ed's, it was a gut check. They had to come back in the fourth quarter, and they did it. And that's important because that'll pay dividends down the road.
Up next for the Eagles, Massillon at Massillon. For Glenville, they'll start Senate League play, and then they'll take on Akron-Hoban near the end of the year.
So it gets easier for them. Is that what you're saying? Oh, my goodness.
We are going to wrap things up here. Big thanks to our crew, including our producer-director, Chris Mendoza, our cameramen, Race Hook and Andrew Henderson, and our statisticians, Rob Cinco and Bob Zaremba. So for Larry Wolf, I'm Adam Mendoza saying so long from First Federal Lakewood Stadium, where the final score, St. Ed's 28, Glenville 14. This has been a presentation of the Rock Entertainment Sports Network and a production by Ennio Productions.